This is my first game playing with the patch. In the description, I'm gonna leave a link to the patch notes so that you can see what they fixed. One thing I noticed reading over the patch notes is that they didn't say anything about the starter glitch. You know, where you could be rated 99. You could be getting player of the week, player of the month, every week, every month, and you're still coming off the bench. All because you had that one game where you made a few mistakes. So I don't know if that's fixed. If you can confirm if it's been fixed or if it hasn't been fixed, leave it down in the comment section below. This commentary, I'm giving my first impressions. Obviously, I've only played one game, and I'm going to be playing a lot more games, but I just wanted to record my initial thoughts right away, and we'll see in a couple of weeks if I feel the same. First up, the run plays feature has been fixed. If you have run plays on and you have your play vision on, the coach is going to automatically run plays and you'll be able to see the graphs and everything. The only bad thing is that it's like how it's always been. They run pretty much the same play over and over and over. So they should change it from run plays to run play, because they only really run like one play. Not plural, not with the S. Uh-oh, I hear the music. Lobbing it from the three-point line to Aminu. And that was my teammate in 2K12 on the Rockets. That's a little bit of that Lob City love. But on the Hornets, we're not really lobbing like that. And they had to call a timeout. The CPU couldn't handle that lob, so they had to call a timeout. That means I need to get back on topic with the commentary. Let me talk about the reach-in fouls. I've read a lot of complaints on the forums. I've seen a lot of tweets, a lot of YouTube comments. People don't like the new reach-in system. They're saying there's too many fouls being called. You know, what do I think about it? Well, I'm not really the player that hacks on the ball. I'm reaching, so it doesn't really change anything for me. I think it's a good thing that they added in those extra fouls. And even in this game, there's going to be a clip where I do get a steal on the ball. And look at that fading three. I made a lot of threes in this game. If I play the splash, I'm going to go over the splash quota. I might as well just play the splash song and just call this a montage. Here goes another splash. See, I'm not even going to play splashes in this video. So I think if you're one of those people that's complaining about the reach-in fouls, I think it might be because you're a cheeser. You might not know it. You might not know that you cheese in 2K. You're constantly reaching on the ball, but you know, maybe with this patch and these fouls, maybe now you can realize that your play style is not too realistic. But I will say this: there was a time where there was a big man dribbling and I wanted to reach and get the steal, and they did call me for a reach-in foul. So, you know, this is just my first impressions. I don't really think it's a big deal, but oh, look at that oop by my teammates. I don't really think the reach-in fouls are a big deal, but I have to wait. I have to play some more games and see what happens, but I get my steals in the passing lane. I don't really hack on the ball, but even in this game, I was still able to knock it loose on the ball, and I didn't get called for a foul, and that's because I reached at the right time. So I'm gonna experiment, play the game more, play some more games, and then I'll be able to see if I'm complaining about the reach-in fouls like everyone else has been. The only suggestion I have is it would be nice if, let's say you have somebody like CP3 or Rondo. You know, if you're trying to rip the ball from a center, they should not call a reach-in foul in that situation. Next up, I want to talk about the rebounding. And in the patch notes, it says that they improved AI rebounding logic to balance out offensive rebound frequency. Now, in this game that I played, I didn't notice anything different with the rebounding. It was the same rebounding that it's always been. You know, they're getting offensive rebounds when they shouldn't. I didn't see any difference. So obviously I need to play some more games to see if that's true. But so far, I haven't noticed any improvement in the rebounding game in 2K13 after the patch. So next up is the three-point shooting. In my career, I haven't noticed a difference with the three-point shooting. I think, well, this was my first game, and I made, I think, 10 threes in this game. So they said they tuned the three-point percentages. That hasn't affected me, at least not in the first game. And I'm still playing on, look at that right there. You see how I was gonna do a dunk and it changed my dunk to a contact layup? You know, in that situation, they should just call a foul. It's like 2K has all the tools they need to call more fouls in the game, but they just don't. I wish they would have increased the foul frequency when you're going to the rim, especially when it's a perfect drive situation for you. You're not forcing anything. It should just be free throws. Put you on the free throw line. The three-point shooting, haven't really noticed anything different. My boy Ryan Anderson is still making it splash. Maybe I need to pay attention to the CPU, see if they're still making it splash. I have to play more games to experiment, but the three-point game, it seems pretty much the same, at least in my career and in this first game. Splash. The funny thing is, by paying attention to this gameplay, you might think that the three-point shooting got easier because I'm making it splash with defenders flying in my face. I did a leaning three, and that's a run play right there. That was a play that they called from run plays. Look at the crowd intensity, 113. Now on the very next play, on the very next possession down, look, they called the same play, but this time it's on the right side of the court. I take it inside for another slam. So I think I'm still going to manually call my own plays because, as you can see, they're running the same plays over and over and over with that run play feature. So if you pay attention to this gameplay, you'll see me doing that same pick and roll all game long with the play vision up and everything. Aminu takes off. We take the lead here in the fourth. Now we're down by 4. So look at me mixing up that play. You see they're running the same play with the run plays. So that time I said, let me pop a 3. Let me mix it up because they're not going to mix it up. Here goes the play again. I try to mix it up again. Getting double teamed. I don't think they did anything to the double teaming. It looks the same. Look at that. I just walked right by him. And I don't really know what to say about the double team because, you know, sometimes you get caught in the animation and there's nothing you can do. It's a jump ball. Then other times you can just walk around them and the two defenders are basically dumb. They can't react to what you're doing. So I don't really know what I think about the double teaming. I'm not even sure if they said anything about double teaming in the patch notes. And here's a rare clip on defense. Maybe I need to change my signature skills, put that lock on defender in place of the defensive anchor. Oh my goodness, look at that. Did you see that stumble? Chris Smooth with a stumble? Is this a fake video? Oh, and there goes the on-ball steal. You see I knocked it loose. There was no reach-in foul. That was a great time to reach in. So for me, the reach-in fouls don't bother me because I'm not that kind of player that was constantly relying on hacking all the way up and down the court. So, and right there I shot the ball because I thought I was going to go out of bounds. So I figured I might as well shoot it because it's going to be a turnover. So, and here's another rare possession. Look at that foul on a jump shot. Wow, that rarely ever happens. So I'm sure that when you play this game online, it's nice to have that reach and foul because people online, that's all they do. As soon as you inbound the ball, reach. Check out all those milestones popping up in the top right. Wow, this first game with the patch, I was making it splash. I was doing everything. We win this game. I had 53 points, 4 turnovers, 12 assists. And there's the scoreboard, the box score for my teammates. Pretty good game. Press conference time.
It's got to be a great feeling setting the team record for points tonight. How does it feel to achieve such an accomplishment?
It's something to be proud of for sure. To be up there at the top of the list of some pretty impressive players that have been here before me is a great honor. I never really thought of myself as being in that class. Now I just hope I can stay hot and turn that into some wins for this team.